Hello, everyone. Hope you're having yourself a wonderful. Today's Thursday, right? Yeah, wonderful Thursday. Almost at the end of the week. Honestly, I've been like working enough and sleeping a little enough that's kind of blended together. Had to check what day it was real quick. Hey, Mark. Hope you're having yourself a good one. Today is gonna be it's gonna be a pretty easy stream, honestly. There are some incredibly frustrating things to go over, but they'll be quick to go over and it won't be long reaction content or anything like that. So it should be nice and fun. Let me go ahead and just get one news article up here. On a Muslim family. There we go. Okay. So, what I'm actually going to start this stream off with here. Hey, Doctor. Doctor Disappointment. I actually really like that. Hey, Doctor Disappointment. How's it going? Why didn't my stream? Hold on. I was supposed to be able to see your chat on my stream, and it didn't work. Blasphemer. Let me just check this overlay real quick. Yeah, the overlay is active. Weird. Let's see here. Alright, we'll pretend that this isn't happening right now. I'm just doctoring up my stream live real quick, apparently. That's wild. I even went through and I was like, yeah, let me test this to make sure it goes. I'll put some test chats in. Worked perfectly right up until I hit live. My overlays. Let's try that again. Uh, yeah, I mean that's the position a lot of people find themselves in until like unless they start actually going through and really engaging with politics a ton. You won't really know if you're too left or right. Too left or right. Honestly, for a while, I thought that I was a centrist up until like I actually started engaging with politics, and once I started to actually engage with politics a lot, I found where I was sat at. Turns out I wasn't center at all. I was hard left, but like I just didn't know that. See here. Save that. Okay, I'm gonna have to fight my stream elements later because for some reason it is just refusing to show up on stream. We will just get into the news. So, if you were on Twitter yesterday, you may have seen a article pop up that was the best way you the least aggressive way you could describe it was the headline was very poorly worded and colored a suspect in a certain light. And you kind of see this thing happen constantly, especially from outlets like the New York Post, when it's when it's a violent attack, especially that's carried out by your average white man. See, when you have any crime happen that's, I don't know, let's say a Muslim man shot and killed four white family members. The New York Post would have it posted up that he was a Islamic extremist and that they were looking into ties to Hezbollah or something to that effect, right? Well, suspect in deadly attack on Muslim family had no known ties to hate groups. This man killed four Muslim family members in his truck, and I believe he injured a fifth. And the way that the New York Post has characterized this is just the suspect in a deadly attack. And they decided to have a nice little picture up of him just holding a fish smiling. He's a nice guy. In fact, they make sure to, let's just go ahead and control F. Oh, I don't even need to control F. It's literally in the first paragraph. They talk about how much of a nice guy he was, that his coworkers said, and that they were just so shocked and saddened that they had to, that they saw this happen. Like, legitimately, they have characterized this as a random, nice, normal guy who had a bad day and just snapped and decided to kill some Muslim people. He's not a terrorist. He's not an extremist. He's not a racist. He's not like Islamophobic at all. He's just a nice guy. He was always a nice guy, she told the outlet. Like, it's absolutely wild. The dude's a piece of shit. Like, we'll get that right out there. The dude's an absolute piece of shit that decided one day to kill four Muslim people. But the real reason, because unfortunately this kind of awful crap happens all the time to people in the US. The reason I want to talk about this specific story is because of the picture that they chose. and is because of the way that they're characterizing this here. Like, let's take a look at that again. Is this what you would expect to see when you're talking about somebody who murdered someone? Like, they chose a picture from his Facebook where he's smiling and holding up a fish. Which, let's be real. As much as I love fishing, a picture of you looking like this holding up a fish kind of just screams that you killed a Muslim dude, right? Like, at least you've thrown a rock at a black guy once or twice. And it's you get a perfect spot on of it here. It's the polar opposite of what you see whenever somebody who's black gets arrested. Whenever someone who's especially Muslim gets arrested, God forbid, like it's someone who's Muslim in the UK who gets arrested. Like, if you're someone who is a Muslim in the UK and you get arrested for anything, you could be jaywalking. They will be saying that you were jaywalking on your way to a terrorist act. Like, the way that news can report the facts and characterize it to where it completely distorts what is even like the point of the article. Like, technically, if you go through this article, everything that's said here is factual. I'm sure he had coworkers who said he was a nice guy. I'm sure that the CEO said that he was shocked and saddened. Like, they talk about, you know, what happened with the pickup truck attack. Some quotes from the, like, some, or not the Muslim community, some quotes about the Muslim community from the CEO. Like, these are all things that factually happened. But what you do is you interlace them in a way that characterizes this kid as a good guy. Like, literally, let's go ahead and go through the article here too. Like, you get your first little, I won't even call that a paragraph because that is a sentence. Your first sentence talks about that there was an attack in Canada. Second one are the people who died. Literally, the rest of this is the statements from the CEO saying that they were shocked and saddened, and that we join a community in expressing the condemnation of this attack. Then, like, a long time coworker. He was always a nice guy. I've never heard anything bad about him. I'm very shaken up about this. Another friend in Vietnam, or he worked with. Oh wow, that's. I thought that said Vietnam. That's. Apparently I'm dyslexic. That says Veltman. Holy shit. Another friend that he worked with, Veltman, called him a devout Christian and said he was homeschooled. I wonder what about a devout Christian would lead him to wanting to attack Muslim people. Huh. I wonder if there's any kind of history there. I wonder if the vast majority of anti-Islamic attacks come from devout evangelical Christians. That must be a conspiracy theory. He never judged me and gave the shirt off his back for you. Like, legit, it's all of this is just saying that they're looking into a hate crime and like they're considering additional charges. This last paragraph is where they get back to like how how Justin Trudeau and like certain police chiefs responded. But literally, you'll notice that the New York Post has never once at this point called him a murderer, called him a terrorist, or even said an alleged murder. Nothing, none of that. It's all been about how he was a nice guy who would give the shirt off his back for you. I hope that he does get a terrorism charge, but I highly, highly do doubt it. This is, I mean, as much as I hate Justin Trudeau, at least he has his lib speeches down well. If anyone thinks hatred and racism don't exist in this country, I want to say this. How do you explain such violence to a child in a hospital? How can we look families in the eye and say Islamophobia isn't real? Trudeau told the parliament. Now, I mean, little bit of empty words coming from Justin Trudeau, considering like the long history that Canada has had with like Indigenous people and honestly with Black people too. And Justin Trudeau's not even well, I'm not even talking about Justin Trudeau's blackface thing, but Justin Trudeau's like complicit, like working in not a cover up, but just kind of ignoring the history of Canada to kind of show it off to the world as like a liberal bastion. Like, kind of makes it a bit of empty words, but like, it's still true though. Like, racism is very alive, and especially anti Islamic hate remains strong throughout the US, Canada, pretty much all of North America, and especially the United Kingdom. Let's see. I think the rest of this is just quotes from Trudeau, right? Yes, it is. Okay. If you want to see the Trudeau speech, you can go ahead and look at the Trudeau speech. Point of this here is I want you to just sit down and imagine if the roles were reversed there, and Velmer or whatever his name was that I thought was Vietnam was a Muslim Canadian man who killed four white family members just out on a stroll, and then like yelled Alhamdulillah or something like that. The the fucking media would be eating it up. They would be absolutely going all after it. But since it's a white evangelical Christian, you get a nice little picture of him holding up a fish and them just saying that he or allegedly murdered someone. Like a suspect in a deadly attack. Let someone brown do that and not have their entire life combed through, picked apart piece by piece until they could find something that would paint you as a violent criminal. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, Doctor's point. What do you mean politics has ruined many things? And if you can keep politics away from certain things, you can get them to where it belongs. Like what has politics gotten into that it doesn't belong in? I guess. It's still just wild to me every time I see one of those work with your head here, Zach. Sorry, it's early for me. Anytime I see an article like that with a picture and that's set up to make someone look a lot better, it just blows my mind. I just don't understand. Like, it doesn't really blow my mind because I obviously get that it exists and happens constantly. But it's just one of those things that, like, you see it and then you just let out, like, a sigh with your entire soul, you know? Let's see here. You know what? Since we were just talking about, since we were just talking about, like, black people and like in certain races and stuff like that, I might as well get right into it. I gotta be real with you here. I read over some of those Hunter Biden texts, and he straight up talks like a crackhead that you gave a cigarette to at the bus stop and just want to leave you alone. Like, for real. It is absolutely hilarious. If there was any doubt in anyone's mind for any reason that Hunter Biden legit smokes crack all the time. Like, you need to take a look at these texts. And if you've dealt with, like, a crackhead or, like, random homeless white boys that are real, want to be real gangsta about it on, like, the West Coast while they come up and talk to you, because that's just how they grew up talking, like, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about here. Hunter Biden is, and no one can change my mind on this. Hunter Biden is 100% a mix between this one dude that I see at the bus stop all the time on the way to work and Job from Arrested Development. Because you also have to remember that when these texts were sent, Hunter Biden's like 51. He is not a child. He's not in his 20s or anything either. Like, for a while, just because of how Hunter Biden acts and, like, all of the pictures that you see of him and stuff, I thought this dude was, like, in his 20s, you know, his late 20s, something like that, maybe in his 30s. Like, I thought Joe Biden had a kid late. No, dude. Hunter Biden's, like, 51 and just has never grown up outside of, like, maybe when he turned 19, 20. Like, he stopped developing right about there and then just developed a coke habit. It's pretty fucking fantastic. But in case you haven't seen them and you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, we're going to go ahead and go over them here. Before I get too far into it, hey, if you get to the end of the video and you enjoyed the content, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel grow a ton, and I really do appreciate it. And with the shill out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the ramblings of crackheads. And also, one of the most grade A cringe memes I've ever seen that he had saved on his phone or on his laptop. And I'm gonna be real, like, it's people give him a lot of crap for this meme. It's kind of funny. Like, it's especially funny when you remember that Hunter Biden saved this on his desktop, bro. Like, he saved this when he saw it. He was like, "Oh yeah, that's a good one." Let's see here. They had zero coverage about something. I don't know what it's about. Oh, and you too. How much money do I owe you? And here's where I was like, oh, I just gave this dude a cigarette outside the bus stop, and, like, now he out here trying to, like, talk to me and shit. I just want to get on the bus and go. Because, wait, will I get nuked off of Twitch even though I'm black? Hold on, that's a Google real quick. We're going to leave that up so you can see me Google that, because I don't want to get banned. On Twitch for saying the N-word while black. Because look, if I can't walk while black, I can't drive while black, I can't exist while black, you can't even let me say N-word while black? Fucked up. They got me fucked up. Do I just control F? Nope. Okay, they don't even have the word in there. Then, god damn it. I'm gonna err on the safe side because I don't want to get banned for saying it. Because N-word. You better not be charging me Hennessy rates. Like, if anyone is ever out here like, man, fuck, you better not be charging me Hennessy rates on some shit. That dude has done drugs. That dude's done a lot of drugs. You might want to hang out with him. Like, that's not the end all. I mean, I've done a lot of drugs. But, like, bet if someone's out here talking about charging you Hennessy rates, they are 110% high right now. And actually, I want to remind you, there's a little blurb up here that makes it wild. How much is it per hour? Because there's a blurb up here who says how much it is per hour. $845 an hour to text his lawyer shit like this, by the way. Like, keep that in the back of your mind. This cost him around $1,000 to do. He wanted to pay $1,000 to be able to say the N word to someone, essentially. Also, he thinks that he made up the phrase charging me Hennessy rates. First off, like, maybe saying the words in the exact order charging me Hennessy rates. Sure. But like saying something to that effect when you buy some weed or some shit is something that I almost said it again because that's kind of how I talk when I'm talking about shit like this. Uh it's something that people that buy marijuana do. Like, it's just something that people do, man. Hunter Biden didn't come up with this shit. Unless he's talking about the incredibly white way that he said it. Then still probably nah. Like, the white boy summer dude, what's his name? Chet Hanks? Yeah. Chet Hanks probably came up with that shit. Let's see here. There's another one where he talks about his dick that's pretty good too. Uh Oh my god, N-word. Did you just a fictional what's he talking about? God loves unconditionally. Bo loves you unconditionally. Children are too young to understand what it means, but you'll show them. They're ideals of unconditional love that serve as proxies. I don't have many. You, God. Yo, this fucking lawyer is out here trying to earn his money so hard though. Like he's really, really working it. He's texting him like he's one of those chicks on OnlyFans that are like, I'll do the girlfriend experience for $100 an hour. Except he's getting almost $1,000 an hour for it. Like he's out here winning, dude. Oh my god, N-word. Did you just a fictional character from the imagination of the collective frightened? Fucking Reddit atheist, goddamn tip your hat stem lord, bro. And my dead brother's unconditional love is what I should rely on, and my kids aren't children, George. My parents' love was conditioned. My penis is a bit of late has been unconditional. This is where he's just completely checked out because he didn't like what his lawyer had to say to him when he started trying to treat him like a therapist. My dude just straight up asked a lawyer, "Where do you find unconditional love?" And then was just like, "Oh my god. Did you just say to talk to God and that my dead brother loves me unconditionally? My children my kids aren't okay, the my kids aren't children part's probably pretty good. Like Hunter Biden's kids are probably old enough to know that they hate him." But the whole like swapping off and just once you've disconnected to going like my penis of late has been unconditional, and that's why we're searching for my penis, and we'll always be searching. It's big penis, George. They always find it, and I only love you because you're black. His lawyer isn't black, by the way. Like that's a weird, crude joke that. Not gonna lie, I made similar jokes when I was like 14, right? When I was like a little 14, 15 year old, 14, 15 year old, like little edge lord, I'd tell my white friends, like, yeah, I only love you because you're black and stuff like that. It's kind of a little funny. But like, a white dude doing it to another white dude seems really weird. Like, it it just doesn't have the basis of the joke for it to make any sense. I don't even mean really weird in that it's racist. Like, it's a little racist, yeah. But, like, it's really, really weird because the setup for the joke requires that one person is actually black. So, like, Hunter Biden saying it is just like, okay. Hey, Hippie Smiles, how's it going? Uh, yeah, true dat N-word. Like dude, like I said, he straight up drops N-bombs. Like he is a crackhead that you just gave a couple cigarettes to at the bus stop, and he's feeling real comfortable now. He's getting real comfortable with you. He done sat down next to you and scooted up. He's asking you what kind of sandwich you got and shit. Like, yeah, here's the I'm doing all right. It's been a pretty good day, honestly. Had woke up to somebody legit mauling at me for over 24 hours on Twitter because I blow out their mom's back every night. So, it's been pretty solid. Also, it's like Thursday. We're a couple days away from the weekend. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Had a But yeah, this is the meme that I people have given him a lot of crap for it. I'll be real, it's a little funny. Like, it's kind of funny. It's not hilarious, but it's kind of funny. But when you remember that Hunter Biden had this saved on his laptop, bro, like, literally saw this somewhere and saved it, like, it becomes just exponentially more hilarious. Like, just straight up weird fan fiction of like Joe Biden getting to say the N word. Gonna miss you, my man. Can I say it? Just this once. Go ahead. You my N word, Barack. Honestly, I don't know how I'm gonna get through the rest of this, like, covering the rest of this bit without, without saying the N word, because, like, I mean, it's not crazy in my vocabulary, but like when you're saying this kind of stuff, it's up there. Oh, yeah. Like I said before, anyone who has ever spent spent enough time waiting at a bus station and like will give out a cigarette to somebody if they ask has met a Hunter Biden in their life. Just a Hunter Biden with way less money. Like I said, Hunter Biden is every single dude that I meet at the bus station and give a cigarette to. And Job from Arrested Development that got mixed together in that machine from The Fly that made the dude into The Fly. Like, that's Hunter Biden to a T. After seeing all this, I 100% believe that dude accidentally smoked Parmesan cheese, bro. For sure. For sure, for sure. Hey, True Turkman. Yeah, Rudy Giuliani is not the brightest. Like, did you get to see his interview on Tucker Carlson where where he's trying to, like, cover up for or talking about the FBI raid and just being like, I don't know why they would have raided my apartment. It was just wild. Hold on, let me end out this segment and I actually there's a remix bros the song that they did of that is fucking hilarious. Um yeah, all I really have to say here is like this really doesn't have much to do with Joe Biden at all. Like, who cares? It's Hunter Biden's son, or Hunter Biden. It's Joe Biden's son. Like, at the end of the day, maybe I'd care if like Hunter Biden was in the administration at some point, but it's just absolutely hilarious. Like, whether or not it matters to politics, Hunter Biden being like the most crackety crackhead who's ever crackhead is just mwah. Yo, I need to get a new mouse. It keeps disconnecting and reconnecting every time I move it, and like I tried to kill the system sounds for the stream, but it won't even like for some reason it's still popping on your guys' end. Let me pull out that Remix Bros song of the Rudy Giuliani fucking. I had a wireless for a while. Actually, I still do have a wireless. Why did I say had? I should use that. You're right. I should just use that until I buy a better wired mouse. Only reason I swapped out is because I was going through batteries like fucking crazy. So like I stream in the mornings, then I work at the same computer all day, and then like after work I edit my videos and play games on my computer. So the mouse is on for usually like 18 to 19 hours. But what I should actually do is at least keep the wireless one like right up here for streaming. That way you guys don't get that sound. That's a really good suggestion. Yeah, maybe I need better batteries or some shit. Like I just use Duracells, but like I legit was going through batteries like fucking crazy, dude. It could just be like the mouse I have is old and draining it too, you know? I don't know. Like I got it from my roommate. Yeah, same. I try to keep my batteries in the fridge, make them last longer. I heard that that was like a rumor or something, but like I've been doing it all my life and I'm not going to stop now. You know what I mean? That's what I was doing, Remix Bros. There's the found the Rudy Giuliani one. Here you go. Enjoy.
By our count, Rudy Giuliani is at least the third attorney to have his personal communications with former President Donald Trump seized by the Justice Department. Sense a theme here?
There was a big bang, bang, bang on the door. Don't you want thieves? Bang, bang, bang. And they said, no, 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 no. There was a big bang, bang, bang. Those are Hunter Biden's hard drives. Bang, bang, bang.
Also, well, hold on. Sorry, I should have.
There was a big bang, bang.
Hold on,
bang,
I need to get this picture. I should have had that up during my whole Hunter Biden's a crackhead segment. Look at that man and tell me that he isn't out here bumming cigarettes at bus stops, bro. Like, no shot, no chance.
Those are Hunter Biden's hard drives. Bang, bang, bang. And they said, no, 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 no. Don't you think you should take it? They said, no, 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 no. The subpoena required them to take all electronics. They said, no, 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 no. I feel sorry for that part of Hunter Biden. He says, I'm not an addict. We have a picture of him smoking a crack pipe and then saying that he's not an addict. Smash on my doors. No, 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 no. In a frightening way. No, 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 no.
True, Turkman. True. Like, Hunter Biden, when you roll up to pump gas, starts fucking wiping down your windows and then freaks out when you won't pay him.
One last time I said, no, 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 no. Don't you think you should take it? 6 o'clock in the morning, there was a big bang, bang, bang on the door. Don't you want thieves? Bang, bang, bang. And they said, no, 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 no. There was a big bang, bang, bang. Those are Hunter Biden's hard drives. Bang, bang, bang. And they said, no, 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 no. There is no justification for that warrant. It is an illegal, unconstitutional warrant.
Joe Biden says he didn't know that this trade was coming.
Also, I did a reaction video to when he actually did this interview. But, like, what would make a warrant, like, unconstitutional? Especially a warrant to seize someone's electronics. Like, we've kind of passed a whole lot of laws that have made it very, very easy for like law enforcement agencies, especially the fucking FBI, to come in and do whatever the fuck they want. Like legit, the FBI will catfish Muslim teenagers, and then when they don't go do the crime they were trying to catfish them for, just be like, nah, fuck it, we got them on something else though. Like, I think they can go into Rudy Giuliani's apartment.
Doesn't remember. I'm not sure if he can retain anything. Smash on my doors. No, 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 no. In a frightening way. No, 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 no. One last time I said, no, 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 no. Don't you think you should take it? 6 o'clock in the morning, there was a big bang, bang, bang on the door. Don't you want thieves? Bang, bang, bang. And they said, no, 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 no. There was a big bang, bang, bang. Those are Hunter Biden's hard drives. Bang, bang, bang. And they said, no, 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 no.
If you guys haven't checked out Remix Bros before, you really, really should. They have just some fantastic... Yo, hold on. There's a new Remix Bros out. We're watching this.
Hello, party.
Sorry, we'll do real content in a second, but I love their... I love these dudes' edits. And, like... I didn't know there's a new one.
This is Kenneth. I know that you know that our mandate here at is to get up, and all you have to do is get up. Click the big red subscribe button. Do it right now. Get up. Do it today. Get up. Click the big red subscribe button on the YouTube channel. It represents some of the success, a bunch of this success. They just sent the Silver Creator Award. Yeah. Hey, I want you to see this. Surpassing 100,000 subscribers. Can you imagine that? I want to say a big thank you to all of our YouTube subscribers. We're here for you. Our mandate here at is...
I didn't know Kenneth Copeland had a YouTube channel. Like, that just kind of washed over me. How have I not known that? How have I not looked at Kenneth Copeland's channel before? What?
To get up, and all you have to do is get up. Click the
like,
big
this dude's
red
a legit
subscribe
demon, bro.
Do it right now. Get up. Do it today. Get up. Click the big red subscribe button on the YouTube channel.
There's...
And listen to how much the
You know
channel
what?
is being
Funnily
used.
enough, this dude has actually made me believe in religion a little bit. But not for the reasons that most people would, like, believe in religion when Kenneth Copeland talks to him. Like, I think that Kenneth Copeland is actually the devil. I think that Kenneth Copeland fucking rose up from the ashes. He was born as the Antichrist. And he's now here to kill our Sky Daddy. Like, for sure, for sure. You ever seen how this dude's wife acts on stage with him, dude? Oh my god. She's terrified.
Our visitors watch almost 18 million minutes on YouTube. We've got hundreds of videos people need to hear. Find us on YouTube by searching for... I want to say a big thank you to all of our YouTube subscribers. We're here for you. Our mandate here at is to get up, and all you have to do is get up. Click the big red subscribe button. Do it right now. Get up. Do it today. Get up. Click the big red subscribe button on the YouTube channel.
Alright, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'm not gonna subscribe on this this channel because I don't want my algorithm to know that I'm a lefty on this. Because I want things like this to be suggested to me. Like, I want things like this to be suggested to me. Hold on, we gotta go see Kenneth Copeland's YouTube channel, though, now. Like, what does he do? Is it just a bunch of his, like, a bunch of his sermons? That's what they're called, right? Sermons? Kindness comes from goodness. Okay. Wait, expect a physical manifestation of the goodness of God? What?
Every believer has a voice, and it's the voice of victory.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Hold on. Can I steal that? Would any of you be upset if instead of, like, a weird Christian dude doing that at the start of every one of my videos. You have some music building up, and then just like, every believer has a voice. It's a voice of victory. I'm gonna steal that. That's mine now. Oh boy, I'm gonna, I need to put this into the check later. We'll do some reactions to this later. See, I knew today was gonna be a good day. I'm feeling it. Let's see. What we'll do? I'm trying to think because I have like another solid hour and change before I go to work. Yeah, I love weirdo religious shit. Yes, absolutely. Yes. I the way I got into politics. Well, the first way I got into politics is I didn't want to get arrested for smoking weed. But then after I started to kind of go, well, okay, libertarians are nutbags, and looking into it a little bit more, I started off in the whole atheist Reddit pipeline. So I absolutely love weirdo is all of my USB shit doing it now? My headset's doing it now. But yeah, I love weirdo religious shit. Community in truth. You deserve to know the truth about contraception. Oh, wow. Hold on. That has to be fucking amazing. What could the lie about contraception be? Let's see. Marcus Grody interviews. Yeah, I found their channel. I'm just going through. There it is. I'm gonna be real. I'm looking at this one that says, "Do not be afraid of this fucking hunter in the woods serial killer looking dude," and I'm kind of afraid. Hold on. Look at this guy. I'm a little afraid, right?
Detrimental to the faith: despair, discouragement, and depression. When we see difficult things happening, we face tough times, we can fall to despair.
Also, this is entirely an aside and has nothing to do with really with this person. But what the fuck is this paneling, dude? I've never seen wood paneling that you do like this unless you're planning to do it in a workshop where you plan to hang stuff on it. Because I've seen plenty of stuff like that, especially when I was working in a metal shop. We did that shit all the time, except it was metal instead of wood. But what's the point of this? Did he just run out of wood?
And that's a sin against hope. We can fall to discouragement and we're never going to get through this. And again, it's sin against hope. We can fall to depression and feel the heaviness of all of it. And we can even get real angry because of what we see happening. But we have to remember one thing that will raise us above the despair, the depression, and the discouragement. And that is, I read the end of the book. We win. We should never fear.
Oh, wait, that's... Oh, no. Oh! I thought, for a second, I was like, this isn't the worst message. If he's about to say, no matter what strife you go through, no matter what, what anxieties, depression, kind of stuff like that you go through, you can still get through it, and, God still loves you, that kind of thing. That's not that bad of a message, right? But this dude's out here no, it's okay if you're depressed now. Because we all win in the end, brother. the sinners will die. Like, my dude just legit went, I saw the end of the book. We win when rapture comes. So your life may suck now. Holy shit. Yo, this dude, I am now very afraid.
When persecution is coming, we should never fall to discouragement or despair. We have to remember that this is Christ's church. It is his body. We belong to him, and we are united to one another. We are bound to one another through Christ. We are wedded to him and to each other. And we don't stand alone. We stand
Yo, hold on. I didn't know that, like, Christianity was a whole big polycule. What's the polycule map on that look like? Like, it has to be a wild one, right? Also, how many people has God bottoming out? Does God clap cheeks on the daily? Or is he like get tired sometimes, like can only throw down 2 or 3 times a day before he has to go back to working on people's prayers?
shoulder to shoulder.
I'm going
and
straight to hell.
Not only shoulder to shoulder with each other, but
If
we
this
stand
is all
shoulder to
real,
shoulder
I'm going
with our
straight to
brother Christ
fucking
Jesus.
hell.
And so we should always have great joy, even in the midst of persecution, even in the worst of times. We should have great joy. We have great joy because we know that our victor lives. We know that Christ Jesus is with us. We know that truth is with us. We don't fear even death itself. We don't.
Okay, let's go ahead and let's take a look at this. You deserve to know the truth about contraception thing. I'm gonna like just cut out the Greg Gutfield thing that I was gonna do. And actually, you know what? Sydney Watson is getting pushed back again. I've been pushing back this Sydney Watson video for over 2 months now. And you know what? Or no, just under 2 months now. And you know what? Y'all will have to deal with it. I don't want to listen to her. You deserve to know the truth about the contraception, brother. That's why our friend, Cabin Man Kevin here, is gonna go ahead and tell us what God has for you, what God has in store, brother, and why contraception is for the devil. And in fact, you should be bringing all your contraception girlfriends, wives, and mothers to me. Praise be.
Studies have
Decreased desirability? Yo, hold on. You can request this on DVD? No, you can't. Hold on. What did you find for me, Hippie Smiles? What is this? Yo, they just straight up said, like, the birth control pill makes women less desirable.
shown that women release a chemical hormone or pheromone when they are fertile, making them more desirable and attractive to men. Pheromones are
Hold on.
odorless and colorless.
What are the, like, they said studies, right? Let's go take a look at all of these long studies. Oh wait, there's literally nothing inside of this. And they've turned off their comments. Okay, you know what? Maybe they don't cite their sources. Maybe they still have them, though. Maybe they have them. Let's check. Let's go ahead and see if, do contraceptives make women less desirable? Let's see. Here's something from Times, or like time.com. Let's see that. No, I'm not paying for time.com. Like, no, I don't want your fucking magazine. Other studies have looked at how the bill affects female attraction, or the pill affects female attraction. I'm too used to saying bill. 2008 paper published in the Proceedings of the Royal Society B. The fuck is that? No time. Like, I just broke up with you. Stop calling me. MHC correlated. What is this? Okay. I guess the Royal Society is just like some publishing site. Royal Society Publishing. Actually, you know what? Let's do a credibility check on them. Since I'm already looking them up, let's go ahead and do media bias fact check on it. Okay, I actually don't really have many links on it when I do credibility. Let's try media bias. Because I've never heard of Royal whatever. What was it again? The Proceedings of the Royal Society B. Powdered Wig Society. The Deplorable Society. That sounds cool. I'm just gonna click on that because that sounds cool. Boo, Liberal Society. Okay, apparently the Deplorable Society is extreme right wing. Never mind. Damn it. I was like, I'm a deplorable. Yeah, I have no idea what this, like, Proceedings of the Royal Society B are. When you click the link, it goes to the Royal Society Publishing. But nothing like Proceedings of whatever. Like, that doesn't... Okay, hold on. That's their magazine that is for biology. Okay. So we at least know that it's a biology magazine. Well, let's try to see if that comes up with anything then. Society B. Bias analysis. You know what? All right, I'll just assume that. I'm just gonna assume that it's an okay source. I mean, it doesn't have. I mean, it's a published magazine. That's about as far as I can get without like boring the rest of my stream with just trying to go like find stuff on them. What's the abstract say? Previous studies in animals show that genes in the major histocompatibility complex influence individual odors and that females often prefer odor, blah, blah. Here we test directly whether the contraceptive pill alters odor preferences using a longitudinal design. Cross tests, we found a significant preference towards MHC similarity associated with pill use, which wait, hold on. So more people are attracted to you if you're on the pill, is what this study found. Okay. I did not expect that. So, if odor plays a role in human mate choice, our results suggest that the contraceptive pill could disrupt disassortative male preferences. So, legit, it's inconclusive if odor it has a strong bearing on it in the first place. But if it does, their data would suggest that if you're on the pill, it's more likely that people would be attracted to you.
And can only be detected on a subconscious, instinctive level, and are proven to affect the behavior of both animals and humans. When a woman is taking a contraceptive, her body responds as if she is pregnant and infertile, and therefore no longer releases the pheromone of fertility, making them less desirable to men.
The pheromone of fertility.
Studies have shown that men are far more attracted to average fertile women than they are even to supermodels.
What? That's such a huge claim. What the fuck? How would you even study that? Are men more attractive to fertile women than supermodels? That's wild. Holy shit. Also, wouldn't most supermodels be fertile? I guess okay, they probably mean like not fertile because they're on the pill, so okay. I had to link that in my head for a second. Because I was like, I don't think supermodels like are going out post-menopause. I don't think the industry is that nice. Fertile gals look and sound more attractive. The face of fertility. Why do men find women who are near... I guess I'll click. I don't want to really go to independent. Who are near ovulation more attractive. Like... Alright. I'm going to assume a lot of that has to do with, like... differences in, like... flushed face and, like, actually... You know, all women do ovulate. This is... Well, no. We a trans-inclusive community here, hippie smiles. You almost got me. You almost got me there. I'm gonna have to cut that out before I get blown up in my comments. All cis women ovulate. Oh, you're all good. I'm just giving you shit, dude.
In 2008, National Survey of Family Growth reported that 99% of sexually active women in the United States had or were contracepting. What is a man to do when the majority of women are contracepting and he no longer finds them desirable? While contracepting women degrade themmselves through immodest dress and action
incel.
in an attempt to attract men who are confused from the lack of fertile women.
Also, I don't think 99% of women are on contraceptives. Like, that seems pretty high. Considering the amount of time that I wrap it up, seems extremely high for 99% of women to be on contraceptives. Hey Rex, how's it going? But like, even if that was the case, what is man to do if every woman he's around is on a contraceptive? Have a great ass time if some of them want to have sex with him. Like, what do you mean? So what you're saying here is that there's no chance that I'm accidentally gonna have a kid. And also, I can have sex. Dope. Let's go. Like, I don't actually see what the problem is here.
In the 1970s, a study was conducted on a tribe of monkeys. Austin, the alpha male, chose 3 females to be his exclusive sexual partners.
You know that monkey claps cheeks. He looking at the camera like, what up, though?
Researchers then injected his mates with the contraceptive Depo-Provera. Austin, not surprisingly, chose 3 other mates.
Okay, hold on. But, like...
Then
do monkeys have sex for pleasure? Like, I'm pretty sure they mate to mate and have babies, right? I honestly don't know if they have sex for pleasure or not. Some animals do. Yeah, you got the argument of the video down correct, Rexit. What this video is saying is, if you see a 10 out of 10 gorgeous, beautiful woman, but she is on the pill, you would no longer be attracted to her. That is what this video is saying.
Researchers injected all the females in the tribe. Austin became confused, and his actions bizarre. He no longer paid any attention to the females of the tribe, and instead had sexual interactions with the other males.
Yo, they're about to full on go into, like, the reason that gay people exist is because women are on contraceptives. That's the most incel shit I've ever heard in my life, dude. Like, it's homophobic, misogynistic, misandristic, and, like, deeply depressing all at the same time. That's really impressive. Now I know why this dude's out here chilling in a fucking, like, in a cabin with bad wood paneling by himself. But the possible side effects of chemical contraceptives. Clapping them hot boy cheeks. The reason that femboy cooking and femboy rapping and femboy math are on Twitter and so popular and all the other femboy industrial complexes is because women are on contraceptive and we just want to clap cheeks. Oh yeah, no, for real, this is some next level bullshit, Rexit. Like, that's why I'm not even really engaging with it too much at this point. I'm just making fun of it now. Because, like, there's nothing really to engage with here, right? Also, now these are true. This part here is 100% true. You are making a chemical change to your body. So there are some side effects. Weight gain is typically associated with the pill, a reduce in sex drive and like things like that. Now, like it says here, these are possible side effects though. These aren't things that are guaranteed. But yeah, these are things that can happen if you're taking the pill and you have adverse effects. But that's also why you talk to your doctor and tell them if you're having adverse effects or not. Like, this is no big deal.
The World Health Organization classifies hormonal contraceptives as Class 1 carcinogens. It is impossible to calculate the number of deaths due to contraception because mortality is often attributed to another cause. Nowhere on
No shit is attributed to another cause because they didn't die from taking the pill, bro. What? Like, they didn't die from fucking taking the pill. Holy shit. Like, how dare those dastardly doctors attribute my wife's death to a heart attack when it was clearly because she was on the pill? How dare they say that that bus hitting her killed her? She was on the pill. How? Oh my god. Is that what they mean? No, that can't be what they mean. Because they literally said it's attributed to other causes. Like, they legit mean women dying from taking it.
the U.S. certificate of death does it even mention the use of contraceptives.
Right? Yeah, see, it's cause, like, legit, they're like, the certificate of death doesn't even mention the use of contraceptives. Of course it doesn't mention the use of contraceptives, you absolute weirdo. They also don't say that you were on aspirin. Hold on, you know what, give me 1 second. I'm going to work again to just large webcam to kill that goddamn, system sound, because I hear it going off and it annoys me, so it must be pissing you guys off. Like, I have it mixed all the way down, too. Okay. I legit just muted my system sounds entirely.
At present,
I still have audio from my Chrome. We're good. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna swap to my wireless mouse on my next stream on Saturday, and then we won't have a problem with it anymore. Oh God, it's so bright. Fuck.
there are tens of thousands of lawsuits in the courts against pharmaceutical companies for death and/or serious side effects. It is also impossible to calculate how many millions of babies have died.
There they are.
Many chemical contraceptives.
That's what you're talking about, hippie. They straight up, like, they did both. They're like, women are dying left and right from contraceptive use. And they're saying, oh no, it must have been the gunshot wound that killed her. And then we need to count the millions of possible deaths because these women would have been having children, you see. Like, it's so fucking brain dead. This is like the black book of contraception.
to prevent ovulation. However, research has shown that breakthrough ovulation can occur, and the egg can become fertilized. In that case, the chemicals prevent the implantation of the developing baby to the lining of the womb, and as a result, the mother's body rejects and aborts her baby without ever knowing she was with child.
Right.
This is the cause of death for 7 to 12 million babies in America each year.
Wait, hold on. How did they do that study? What? Bullshit. There's a phone number here? Hold on, where's my phone? We're gonna see what's up, boys. We are going to see what is up. I'm calling it right now, yeah. I'm calling it right now. I mean, it's calling the town that's on the, like, the town shows up as Bardstown. I have no idea who this is, though. I think it's just some random number, dude. I legit think this is some random number. Hello? 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 Is anyone there? Hello? Look, I heard this is about a line about infinite mortality due to contraception, and I'm really interested in that because I dumped a whole lot of nuts in your mom last night, and I was worried about killing them. They hung up. Oh. Oh, that was good. Thank you for whoever just followed me. I hear the sound, but I literally can't see the follow notification on my overlay. What the fuck? Thank you, Hippie Smiles. Like, I had to go and just go to a different tab to see that. I'm gonna slap fight this overlay later. Don't you worry, I'm gonna be a professional streamer yet. You'll see. Oh yeah, let's try to look at this study now that I think about it. Because, like, I didn't expect anyone to answer, honestly. And, like, when they answered and just said hello a couple of times after I responded, I was just like, alright, let's fuck with them then. I think it was a I think this might have been like some state or like city board or something though, because I could hear myself the call getting routed multiple times. And when I first called in, it literally said like something about Bardstown, Kentucky. So like I think that might have been some city board or some shit. Uh Wait, is this a hold on. Because when you Google it, you can't actually find anything. What year did that say it was from? 1994? Birth control, missionaries to the preborn. Oh, hold on, that might be it. Bolshamir Imkuhar, infant homicide through contraception, Bardstown, Kentucky. I found it, boys. Dr. Kuhar, president of Pharmacists for Life, outlines the effects of oral contraceptions and other abortifacients. First, he describes the effects of the oral contraceptives. One effect is to render the lining of the womb and blah, blah, blah. Thus, to cause an early abortion, since no oral contraceptives prevent conception all the time. Next, he describes 47 estrogen and progestin oral contraceptives and 4 progestin ones. I don't know what that means. Then he describes the drugs and devices, which are primarily abortifacient, 11 anti-progesterones, progestins, and vaccines. Vaccines? What? Is there an anti-pregnant vaccine? Hold on, what? Can you get a pregnancy vaccine? Hold on, have I been living in the fucking Stone Ages? No, this is all about COVID vaccines. Oh, they just mean like a shot of it. Okay. Like, I was gonna say, that makes no fucking sense. Ah, interesting you think that, Arabian King. You know, if abortion was so disgusting that no one did it, you'd have, like, at least 7 siblings. Because your mom needs it twice a day, brother. Look, I need you to look in my eyes. I'm fucking tired at this point. Tell her to simmer down. Although that sloppy toppy, mwah! Like, oh god. I love the chuds I get, dude. Like, I get such sad little pathetic fucks that legit make it just so easy to stunt on. Sometimes I wish I had, like, I don't know, Sargons or, maybe not. I don't need the popularity of a Sargon, but someone who at least, like, has enough backing behind them, their patheticness, that they can, like, stand up and fight a little bit, right? Fucking, with these dudes, they just legit are like, I hate women, and women's making me feel bad. Like, it's so sad. Go ahead and take a 10-minute timeout, buddy. Sit in your timeout quarter. Oh, no, I didn't mean, like, specifically against abortion, Rexit. I honestly have no idea about Sargon's opinions on abortion. I mean, like, someone who can, like, any right-wing point. So, like, a Sargon type can at least sit there and, like, argue a little bit. Like, the pathetic fucks that jump into people's Twitch chats and, like, Twitter and shit legit just kind of flail around and show their ass. I forgot what I was even talking about. Oh, right. This, we were looking at a study. He describes drugs and devices. Finally, using reliable data, he estimates the true annual number of abortions in the United States and what produces them. Surgical procedure, the only ones reported are 1.5 million. Oral contracept, how is he estimating that? 840,000 to 4 million. And then IUDs, he's just, I'm going to assume, taking the number of IUDs and then multiplying it by a number. Like, holy shit. This is such, like, slop. There's no way you can get a range of literally 3.3 billion people if you have good methodology. No shot. Your total can't be 9.6 million to 14.3 million. Like, that fucking range of variability is way too high. I want to find, I need to find like the real oh, this is just how you cite this page. Garbage. I want to find the real journal, though. Where's that at? Maybe if we put his name to it, too. Oh, I think my mouse just died. Yeah, my mouse had just died. Great. Oh, that's lovely. That bodes well for the rest of this. Where's the dude's name again? It was like Bahar or something. Bogomir Kuhar. There we go. The unheard of Holocaust. Okay. So this is the types of articles that fucking Bogomir Kuhar writes if you needed to if you needed a little bit of background on him. Holy shit. Oh. Also, the book that this study was published in was called Catholic Insight. I'm sure that's a very scientific journal with amazing methodology.
Recent geological surveys of water supplies have found that levels of estrogen, which are released into sewers through the urine of women on birth control, have slipped through treatment systems and are now in our tap water. Estrogen has a major impact on reproduction. Its
They got
effects can be
estrogen
seen
in our
the
tap
discovery
water,
of fish
brother.
currently
They're trying to
living in
feminize us
estrogen-polluted
all.
water. These fish are neither male nor female. In fact, they have a mixture of sex characteristics, rendering them infertile.
Wasn't that because of hold on. That was because of fucking because of companies that were dumping chemicals, wasn't it? As I remember this whole big thing coming out because of the whole Alex Frogs, they're making the freaking Alex Jones, they're making the freaking frogs gay clip, right? Where Alex Jones was. Do you not hear me? Hold on. I have audio showing in OBS.
Nor female. In fact, they have a mixture of sex characteristics.
Okay, my bad. There we go. But, I remember with the whole, like, Alex Jones making the friggin' frogs gay thing. Like, that was technically not, well, it's obviously stupid because they weren't making the frogs gay. But there was actual truth to it because there were companies dumping tons of water into the tons of chemicals into the water because they didn't want to properly dispose of it because that shit's expensive. And there were a lot of amphibious creatures and fish that were changing sex, because if you didn't know this, a lot of like a lot of reptiles and fish can do that. Like, this is not a problem of like women being on birth control peeing too much. It is a huge problem with us not being willing to regulate our corporations correctly, though. Wait. Hold on. 1 out of 7 couples suffer from infertility, right? Okay. So, I'm guessing that these are the ways that they suffer from infertility? Or is this just a list of things that they don't like? Like, because I don't see how people who are suffering from infertility are getting abortions. This has to just be a list of words that make them feel bad and they don't like, right? So let's go ahead and go through them and see how many of these are based as fuck. Adultery? Hold on, guys. Let me look up adultery real quick, because I can't remember if that just means banging people or if that specifically means cheating on your wife. Because if it means cheating on your wife, that's not okay. Voluntary sexual intercourse between a married person and a person who's not their spouse. That doesn't have to be cheating. Polycules are dope. Polyamorous couples, what up, no. Bang all you want. I'm putting that under based. I'm putting it under based. Divorce, I mean, it feels fucked up to call divorce based, right? But, like, it's better than staying in the marriage that you'd get divorced from, though, right? I'm gonna put it under based. Like, if you're in a relationship that's really, really not working out and you think you need a divorce, do it. Make yourself happy. Live your best life. Abortions, I mean, the right to an abortion is based. I don't really have any moral qualms with abortions at all myself. But, like, I don't think I'll put, like, the act of abortion under based. Homosexuality, yo, dope. Let's go. There's the, like, first one that everyone can agree with. No one likes sexually transmitted diseases. Promiscuity, adultery again. Wait, is this just another... They're repeating it over and over again. Hold on, so this isn't a list of things that they don't like. This is our chant, guys. This is what we chant at protests. Adultery, divorce, abortion, homosexuality, sexually transmitted disease, promiscuity, adultery, divorce, abortion, homosexuality. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what this is, right?
With the prevalence of contraception, it's no wonder that adultery is on the rise. As is promiscuity.
Infidelity affected 80% of marriages? Bullshit. Also, how old is this video? That's a study from 2002. It's like 2021. When does this video come out? Oh, this video came out like 2012. Holy shit. Okay. I thought this was recent. Oh, no need to apologize, dude. I'll watch something from any time. Like, I just for a second was like, did they just legit go back like 19 years?
Sexual behavior.
Wait, if homosexuals... Wait. What are they... Sorry, I kind of just zoned out for a second. Isn't this about contraception? Wait, did that say 100? Oh, I'm in a weird fucked up space right now, guys. I thought that said 115 partners. I'm like, yo, people clapping cheeks. But also, only 29% of men and 9% of women had 15 or more. That's not that high. Yo, did someone I have banned from my restream and out here talking about race? Oh, it's just the dude who's mad because I aborted the 6 brothers that I put in his mom. Hey, I'll let you know. You were gonna have black brothers. But don't worry, we're gonna go ahead and work on making a couple more tonight. I'll go ahead and leave you unbanned too. Let's see what you got, boy.
Homosexual behavior.
This dude thinks I'm Indian. I'm Ethiopian, dipshit. Oh. Oh shit. But also, dude's still hella mad. I'm out here dumping nuts in his mom, boy. Like, it's okay. You can be upset that your mom likes Ethiopian dick. It's okay. Most people are pretty upset when I'm done with their moms. It's just kind of comes with the territory, you know? But like, why would you show your ass that you're this upset that I'm inside your mom though? Kind of embarrassing, right? Like, it's super embarrassing for you to have people be watching you flail your arms about as your stepdad owns you live on stream. Like, if you keep on talking like this, boy, I'm gonna have your mom turn off your internet access. Best be careful. Like, you out here getting fucking lit up, bro. Oh my god. Like, why is it so easy to absolutely fucking, like, roll idiots like that? Go ahead and sit in the timeout corner, baby boy. I'll see you again in 10 minutes, man. Alright, they're talking about gay people, right? 43% more had 500 or more life partners from a Kinsey Institute in 1978. I'm sure this is very, very accurate. That everyone had 500 or more partners, and that half of them were or most of them are total strangers and one night stands. I'm sure that that's a very accurate, totally real representation, and not at all a study from the 70s to make homosexuality look like it was depravity. Like, that's such bullshit. And also has nothing to do with fucking contraception.
And even abortion due to failed contraception.
Are they about to say that the world is
entire world's population
underpopulated?
could fit quite comfortably in the state of Texas.
Whoa. Hold on. Oh, no, it couldn't. What do they think quite comfortably means? Like, let's go ahead and just do their stupid math. Because This isn't even how you would calculate how many people could fit comfortably inside your state. But let's just go ahead and do their dumbass math of what the land mass is and divide that by the world's population that they gave. Because this is fucking brain dead if you think that people could comfortably all live in Texas. That means that each person would get 106.5 square feet. And that would be the entirety of the space that they could occupy without touching another person. Each person would get 106.5. Yeah, that's a 10 by 10, dude. Legit, that's a 10 by 10 that you get to stay inside of. And that's what your comfortably fitting inside of Texas is. Like, why would you even say something and put up numbers that are so easily, like, just, like, that's not the case? Like, you can so easily immediately refute that being true that it's baffling to me that someone would include it in their video.
If you divide the land mass of Texas with the current population, each person would have over 1,000 square feet.
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. They wouldn't. They did the math wrong. They did the math wrong. Holy shit. Yeah, first off, that's not enough in the first place to, like, comfortably live for everyone. But they did their own math wrong. Holy shit. I didn't think that I'd see someone more stupid than Mark Dice exist. But you did it, Hippie Smiles. You found me that has to be the dumbest people on the internet. Holy shit.
It's almost a quarter of an acre per person. Texas would be a functional megacity, much like New York City.
Texas? What? Hold on, what?
And no one would live in...
How do they think that New York City runs? Like, even if you could fit everyone inside of Texas and we all live there and build cities, like, do they think that would be just one large metropolis? I mean, I guess technically if you tried to fit everyone inside of one place, there'd be so little room to build that, like, it would just be a bunch of really, really thin, tall towers. Right, build up, I guess. So it'd be a bunch of really thin, tall towers that, like, you don't have much space to move between or anything. It'll just be a wall of, like, fucking buildings, right? And that's just for people to be able to live in, not work, not, like, have businesses, not put parks in, not have anything else at all. Literally just living space. And you would be, like, filled to the border, pretty much, with slight walking spaces in between. So I guess technically it'd be one large, weird metropolis of pillars.
Anywhere else on the planet.
I'm sorry. Let's take a look at this beautiful edit one more time. Like, look at them put Texas up, dude! Why do you have a shaky cam on your map zoom in? It's literally all you do is you take this map and then grab it in Premiere Pro and go wee and then zoom back out and keep the text static on it.
The co-inventor of the birth control pill now condemns it, saying it's led to a demographic catastrophe. In order for a culture to maintain itself, its replacement rate must be 2.1, meaning one child to replace each parent. When a civilization is below the replacement rate, its population size will decrease and runs the risk of extinction. Demographers have shown that a replacement rate below 1.3 will cut a country's population in half in 45 years, resulting in an overabundance of elderly and an inadequate number of working force to economically sustain the nation. Mainstream media has recently reported that the low birth rate of Japan is leading to eventual extinction.
Okay, Japan's birth rate actually is a problem, though. But Japan's birth rate also isn't because women are sluts using contraceptives. Like, Japan's birth rate is a problem because they work extreme hours and have been isolated from each other due to that. Their office cultures literally make it so that if you aren't working, you need to be going to the office party or going out and staying in the office till it's closed. Like, it is a culture that has set itself up to be ruthlessly capitalistic and therefore make a lot of developments, but has also damned itself in social means. You put that on top of the amount of work and isolation that comes from that. You put that on top of the social conservatism being super strong in Japan to the point where people are literally like embarrassed to hold hands with each other and stuff like that in public. Like, it's a big deal to hold a girl's hand. Like, combine those two factors and you do get an extremely low birth rate. Has fucking nothing to do with, like, the sexual revolution and contraception.
The governments of Russia and Singapore are offering cash incentives of up to $18,000 per child to induce larger families.
Right.
Russian
also, two countries that have extremely long working hours and poor conditions have like low birth rates. Surprise, surprise. That there's like a lack of people wanting to have children in a country where they are constantly working and barely surviving even though they are constantly working. Or in some like Russian towns like cases are constantly trying to find work, unable to find work, and are in a poor living condition due to that. Yeah, surprise, surprise, they don't want to bring kids into that.
President Vladimir Putin warned the parliament that the lack of babies is a serious crisis threatening Russia's survival. According to the statistics of the CIA, there are over 100 countries with birth rates below what is necessary.
Why'd they show Ireland? Ireland isn't. They just showed one that is not below the birth rate that's necessary. And China is doing it on purpose. China was way above that birth rate before, and literally enacted laws to slow down births. Like, and have you noticed that the, oh look, 2.06. I love that they threw in a little jab that's like, it's cause them immigrants be fucking though. Like, holy shit. But have you noticed that literally every country that they're putting up here that has problems with their birth rates,
since 1970,
like outside of Spain that I've seen so far, are countries that have extremely, extremely aggressive working environments that have been seeing longer and longer working hours for the same static pay over the last decades. Like, I don't think contraception did that.
79. Worldwide birth rates have declined by more than 50%.
I wonder what started stagnating in 1979. Who knows? Couldn't have been wages.
Chemical contraceptives are not the only problem. It's the whole birth control mentality. This idea that we have the right to decide when and how life comes about. With contraception,
no! They aren't! They aren't! No! Oh my god. They're just straight up anti-bodily autonomy at this point, dude. Oh my god. How did this guy get a woman to be willing to read this on You know what? Her face isn't on camera. That's how. That's how. Because, like, no shot does somebody sit there and like agreed, no shot, the woman sits there and agrees to say this shit on camera and let people know that like she was willing to do this for a paycheck. No way. And like, it's sadder if they found someone that agrees with it to say it. Because my god, at this point you're just straight up saying, I am too dumb to know what to do with my body. We need the government to go ahead and take care of that for us. We need God to take care of that for us. Because I'm just too stupid to know what to do with my body. Like, it's really
we see
sad.
the prevention and termination of life, but there are many on the opposite side of the spectrum, creating life by artificial means. In vitro fertilization is the cause of birth for over 5 million babies. But this creation of life comes with a price. For every single child born, 30 are created. The other 29 are either killed or frozen.
Oh, hey, look, the dumb boy's back. Bro, I literally talk Ethiopian history all day. Like, just because you're an Arabian doesn't mean you know Ethiopian history better than I do. I literally talked about what you're talking about in my last stream. You can go to my YouTube channel and watch the VOD, dipshit. Like, bro, you're so stupid. That's why your entire fucking region is set up in constant civil war. That's why North Sudan don't got no fucking wetlands. Guess who owns them now, bitch? Ethiopia. What up? Hope y'all motherfuckers fucking die of dehydration. Like, y'all niggas can't keep your water. Y'all niggas can't keep your people. Y'all niggas can't even fucking keep other people out your borders. What up, though? You want to talk? Let's fucking talk then. Like, you out here already sent 32 messages and got 2 timed outs in an account created 14 hours ago. Like, you about to get banned already again. Wow, you living in a country that don't got wetlands. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Like, what the fuck? Straight dumb, bro.
Experimenters in the United Kingdom have reported over 150 human-animal hybrid embryos since 2008. But they're not the only ones. Cloning is happening all over the world. The great harm in this birth control mentality is the consequent pollution of the heart that rejects the will of God.
He DM'd you! Oh my god! He's so sad. Oh man. If you're still here, my little pet, I hope you have some fun while your mom sug on these nuts. Your mom's pussy the only wetlands up in that motherfucker.
Selfish pleasure instead. We allow our passions to take over our reason, and our actions become more like animals than humans. There are people who take this literally, like Brian, on trial for bestiality, who says his relationship with his dogs are equivalent to a marriage-type relationship and should be legal. Or the North American Man-Boy Love Association, working to abolish age...
What does any of this have to do with contraception? Like, now they're just talking about a dude who fucked his dog and wants it to be legal in NAMBLA. Like, I don't think that NAMBLA has much to do with, like, giving out contraception. Especially giving out contraception to women. It's the North American Man-Boy Love Association. Essentially, association of fucking pedophiles. Like, So I don't see why they're bringing up NAMBLA at all, though. It has literally nothing to do with, like, women's contraception.
Age of consent laws and legalize sexual interactions with minors. When we act contrary to God's will, putting pleasure above authentic love, we sink below our dignity as persons, made in the image and likeness of God, who has given us this marriage act as a sign of himself.
Are they pausing
Both
on this?
unitive and procreative. Sterilization is the most frequent form of contraception used worldwide, resulting in over 223 million couples permanently unable to reproduce. If you had a valuable racehorse, because of its worth, you would want it to have as many offspring as possible. But the value of a horse is nothing compared to the infinite value of each and every person made in God's image. We're not stray cats that need to be neutered. We should
What?
want to procreate, knowing that every new
Okay.
person has a unique and immortal soul,
Hold on, do they think that cats don't want to procreate? Like, what the fuck are they talking about? It really does help if you're high. You know what? Hold on. Legal in my state, nerds. It really does. I started to sober up halfway through this and like, no. Cheers, buddy.
destined to live for all eternity. Pregnancy is not a risk, it's a privilege.
Pregnancy is not a risk, it's a privilege. Holy shit. This is the truth of contraception, by the way. NAMBLA exists. This guy fucked his dog. Something about a chant. I remember there being a chant at one point. This has been a fucking wild
Up until
ride, dude.
1930, all Christian denominations condemned contraception as sinful. Augustine wrote about it in the 4th century, saying, "Marital relations, even with a lawful wife, are unlawful and degrading when the conception of a child is deliberately frustrated. This was the sin of Onan, and God struck him dead because of it." Martin Luther said the sin of contraception is far more atrocious than incest and adultery, while John Calvin
They out here quoting Martin Luther. What the fuck? Like, wait, is this like a Lutheran channel? Like, because I'm going to assume that they aren't like Protestants or something, right? Holy shit. Also, like, none of these people are exactly the bastions of moral goodness that you want to be pulling your quotes from if you're going to try to talk about like a moral argument against contraception. Like, you're choosing a bunch of scumbags. Like, literally just go off and choose a random friar that no one knows about that you can say, like, yeah, this guy that, you know, he did these things, he ran an orphanage, he helped the poor, he helped the needy, and also he thought that contraception was tantamount to the devil. Like, do something like that. Why am I better at grifting than these fucking people are, dude? Like, I don't even grift. Fuck. I should be a right-wing grifter. I really should. I can do it better than these dumb fucks 100%.
Calvin condemned contraception, saying it was doubly monstrous. In 1930, swayed by growing social pressure, the Anglican Church announced that contraception would be allowed, but only for married couples and only for grave reason. Soon after, they completely caved in, allowing it across the board.
What's the grave reason?
Since then, all Protestant denominations have followed suit.
Or
putting the
unless
pleasure
maybe
of
they
man
mean like medical reasons for the pill. But I don't know when no, they said the 30s. The pill wasn't invented then. That was just condoms. So like I guess maybe STDs is probably where it was at.
above the law of God.
Like,
When, therefore, through contraception, married couples remove from the exercise of their conjugal sexuality its potential procreative capacity, they claim a power which belongs solely to God.
Isn't this the Pope that was like explicit or like implicit in covering up the sexual assault of like hundreds of children? That's John Paul II, right? I'm fairly certain this is the Pope that was complicit in covering up a lot of priests like molestation of children. Once again, maybe choose a better like bastion of moral goodness, or just somebody that not off the top of my head I could be like, that dude's a scumbag. Wait, what? It's like going out there and being like, and like our man Harvey Weinstein said, it don't matter what the bitch says. Like, it's like saying that kind of stuff. It's not helping your point here at all.
The power to decide, in the final analysis, the coming into existence of a human person. They assume the qualification not of being cooperators in God's creative power, but the ultimate depositories of the source of human life. In this perspective, contraception is to be judged so profoundly unlawful as never to be for any reason justified. To say or think the contrary is equal to maintaining that in human life, situations may arise in which it is lawful not to recognize God as God.
I mean, he's talking about like religious law, so whatever. But I'm gonna be real. Yeah. If God's like, I really think that you should get AIDS because sex should only be for procreation, and your partner that you're with has AIDS, so sorry. Like, I think if God's up on that, I think you can miss me on that God shit. Like, I'd rather not.
Contraception is the path that has led us to the culture of death prevalent in the world today, but it doesn't have to be the path of our future. The time has come when each of us must make a choice. Will we continue on the path of self-seeking, empty pleasure, and false joy, at the cost of contravening the will of God, or will we follow the path of virtue, which entails sacrifice and a total gift of self, deep peace and authentic joy, which only comes when living in the will of God? Don't be fooled by the promises of the world.
Wait, what was that creaking noise?
Fooled by the promises of the world.
What? Was she sitting in a chair and like they did one take on this? She was like sitting in a chair and leaned back or some shit in the middle of her take. God damn. It it impresses me when I see stuff. Not even impresses me, but like hits a weird part of my brain when I see stuff like that. Because I make pre-recorded videos, by the way. If you didn't know that, go check out the JQ and Anime, Capitalism and Game Shows, Game Shows and Capitalist Exploitation. Great content, good stuff. I really like making those, actually. But most of my stuff is live streamed and like clipped content. So like I don't have a chance to do retakes. But I know in my real my pre-recorded shit, I do plenty of retakes. Like I make sure I'll do multiple takes even if I think one was good, to see which one's the best one to use. Like, if you're taking so few takes in your pre-recorded shit that you legitimately have like creaking chairs in your audio, why are you even making a pre-recorded? Why are you making a video at this point? I just don't get it. I wouldn't be able to put my name on that kind of like content, especially pre-recorded content. Not even out of pride, but just like I enjoy video editing too much to like to let this kind of thing fly, dude. What the fuck? I know it's nitpicky and stupid, but like
if someone you know is contracepting, tell them to stop.
Is
It will destroy them.
contracepting. I can't anymore, dude. There's a couple seconds left. I can't. I'm done. After I heard the word, if someone you know is contracepting, Holy shit. Look, if you want to have babies, more power to you. If you don't want to have babies, more power to you. Use contraceptives until you're sure. And make sure you're being safe with your partner. Have fun out there, kids. Oh boy, that was wild. Like, that was wild. Oh yeah, I'm not doing the Sigma Male video today. That's a 30-something minute video. Nope. Let's put that in the, save that. Oh, do I have time for Ethiopian Civil War today before work? We'll do one video. I have one video that's short that we can do. Just so you can, like, so I'm not a liar with my title. And then I actually want to play some video games a little bit before the worko. Oh yeah, dude, that was really funny. Like, thank you for sharing that to me, Hippie Smiles. Like, that was really funny. That is, like, the exact type of content that I like to do reactions to. So you ever got anything more you ever want to share? Feel free to go ahead and drop it in, okay? But yeah, what we'll do, we're gonna go ahead and just do a quick look at this at the state of Tigray currently in Ethiopia. Just a quick look-see, a little bit of a preview, a little pre-taste if you're coming to my stream on Saturday. Because I got all free time on Saturday, no work that I have to go to, so we'll stream until I'm just tired.
Catastrophe on the ground is currently on par with the worst of them, the world. It's on par with what we've seen a few years ago in areas like Myanmar. And if it continues unabated, it may reach Syria-type levels.
And for a quick rundown, if you don't know, Ethiopia is currently involved in a civil war where one of the 10 ethnic regions, Tigray, essentially declared the prime ministers illegitimate and held their own election, saying that they had won all the seats again, causing a civil war. The European federal government has cut off all federal funding to Tigray and has now begun invasions, which also means that Eritrea and Sudan are coming in, and on lesser on the right side, Somalia is coming in and starting to do some light military engagements and heavy civilian slaughter. Essentially, they're trying to, especially Sudan, is trying to take back that area that they had lost to Ethiopia and South Sudan that had a lot of their, like, more green area in it. And I mean, Eritrea has been trying to take more of, like, Tigray, and honestly, there's one more region up on the top that's not Tigray. I can't remember right now. They've been trying to take land from for decades. So as soon as Ethiopia started to destabilize, they went in immediately. This has led to Amhara militias, Tigray militias. Essentially, it's a four-way scuffle inside of the Tigray region, where there are also ethnic minorities, the Tigrayans, being massacred by multiple sides. The Ethiopian federal government has refused to go through any negotiations. The UN and Tigray officials have actually said that they would go through a ceasefire and negotiations, but they are now refusing entirely. Essentially, what happened here is, if we want to take it back to an American thing to relate it to, Donald Trump says he won the election. Donald Trump is Tigray in this situation. And, like, let's say he had control of Texas. Arizona. Arizona's way better. Arizona. He has control of Arizona. And then Arizona decides that they want to overturn the rest of the state's elections. Now, in America, the way that goes over is we go, no, you're not allowed to do that. That's a bad boy. Which is honestly better than what they're doing in Ethiopia. in Ethiopia, they decide to kill you. Essentially, the prime minister is now entirely refusing to negotiate with Tigray at all, despite the amount of military involvement from other countries, and it's looking like it's quickly approaching a ethnic extinction for Tigrayan people. Either bounce out and immigrate to Sudan, who is already a very poor country and can't really handle many more refugees, or stay and literally fight in the hills. Because, by the way, Tigray doesn't have control of any cities anymore. The Ethiopian government took all of their cities and their supply lines, so now they're fighting a guerrilla war in the hills. So pretty much your options are live under occupation, run to Sudan, or join up to go live under slightly less occupation in the hills and fight a guerrilla war. Tigray isn't correct for what they did. Like, don't get me wrong, they tried to overthrow an election that they lost. And let me be clear, they had been fixing elections for 2 decades before this. Literally to the point where they had 100% of the parliament seats. It was some corrupt shit. But the response to essentially kill all of the civilians, or allow the civilians to be just displaced by Eritreans, is not the way to go about it. It is, from a humanitarian standpoint, absolutely disgusting.
For about 6 months or so now, there's been an ongoing civil war in Ethiopia's northern region of Tigray, and it's been a brutal war that has led to hundreds, if not thousands, of deaths, as well as the displacement of millions across the region, and it has also left something like 4.5
It's hard to get a death count
million
right now.
people in need of food aid.
It's really hard to get a death count right now, because during the biggest parts of the military engagements and occupations, the Ethiopian federal government was not allowing cell phone calls, they weren't allowing internet access, they weren't allowing people in or out the border. Like, it was a complete blackout zone. No one knew what was happening in Tigray up until people started to essentially fly in weeks later and interview people. And on a few occasions, somebody had a video camera and recorded some of the executions and recorded some of the Eritrean soldiers coming through, rounding up an entire neighborhood, putting them into the parking lot of the school, and then executing them. Like, these are things that got leaked that the Ethiopian federal government didn't want to be able to be seen in the first place at all.
Initial months of the conflict, there was no communication services across the region, so no phone, no internet services, and aid workers and journalists were prevented from accessing the region. So we've had to make use of smuggled footage, satellite imagery, and eyewitness testimony from residents and eyewitnesses who we've been able to locate in refugee camps in Sudan. It's made for a whole lot of work, but it has established that this has been an absolutely harrowing conflict for the civilian population. Most worrying of all is what my colleague Will Brown and I have attempted to highlight in our coverage ever since the beginning of the war. The fact that there have been dozens, if not hundreds, of mass killings of civilians across the region. And this is in addition to a campaign of rape and ethnic cleansing that's been ongoing as well. Just last week, Abune Matias, who's the head of Ethiopia's very influential...
That is another thing too, is Eritrean soldiers are very commonly using rape as a tactic of war. And they use it to, it's a multi-front thing. You use it to, one, demoralize, terrify, and, well, horrify the Ethiopian people who are still in villages in the Tigrayan region. That is the first step. It's the same thing that happened during the Nakba. If you've paid attention to like my Israel streams, not most of the people weren't physically, they weren't picked up and moved. The military didn't show up and tell them to leave. They left prior to the military showing up because of stories like that coming out from other villages. Like, that's one of the goals. The other goal is pretty plain and simple. It's just at like ethnic cleansing. You're trying to essentially make sure that those excuse me. You're trying to end the Tigrayan lineage.
Ethiopian Orthodox Church, which counts anywhere between 40 to 50 million members, went out on record as stating that the war in Tigray had actually become a genocide against the Tigrayan people.
It absolutely is genocide.
The UN Security Council actually tried to pass a joint statement condemning atrocities in Tigray. That initiative was scuttered by China and by Russia. There's been some pressure from the likes of the United States and the UK to urge Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, the Nobel Peace Prize winning Prime Minister, to force Eritrean soldiers to withdraw from Tigray.
Oh, right. By the way, Abiy Ahmed, the guy who won a Nobel Peace Prize in 2019 for ending the Eritrean border conflict, is the Prime Minister who's currently allowing this to happen. Just, if you ever see somebody say the words, like fucking Nobel Peace Prize winning, just keep that in your mind that it doesn't mean a goddamn thing, dude. Doesn't mean a thing. And also, Abiy Ahmed is currently pretending the Eritrean soldiers haven't even hit Ethiopia. His Minister of Defense has talked about plenty of scuttles that they've had, plenty of fights that direct troops have had, not even just civilians and Eritrean soldiers. But Abiy Ahmed still insists that there has been no breaking on that treaty that ended the border conflict. He insists that there has been no military action by Eritrea. Like, the dude is literally just trying to play up for his own political means now.
And access has very gradually reopened, so some journalists and aid workers have been able to get to the region, and there are some limited phone services in some areas. And what this was able to do was help us confirm months of allegations and harrowing testimony that pointed to the carrying out of some gruesome atrocities, mostly by Ethiopian and allied Eritrean soldiers, which have led to the deaths of scores of civilians and the crimes against humanity that occurred and that are still ongoing continue to make victims of the mostly civilian population in the area. This humanitarian catastrophe on the ground is currently on par with the worst of them in the world. It's on par with what we've seen a few years ago in areas like Myanmar, and if it continues unabated, it may reach Syria-type levels. So I think I think we've done our part to parlay the seriousness of the conflict to international audiences, and all the more reason for the diplomatic community and the key players to act.
Unfortunately, still to this day, most people in the West aren't even aware that there's currently a civil war in Ethiopia going on. And that's just because Westerners don't care about the region much. Western news outlets don't care about the region much. Pretty much after the whole thing in the 80s with, feed an Ethiopian child, and that was popular, they kind of stopped caring entirely. But things have still happened. The region still exists. But yeah, unfortunately, it's really just hard to get the message out to a lot of people. And once they see it, pretty much everyone agrees that it's an ethnic cleansing. What I do have problems with is so far is the US's response to that. The US has gone from doing nothing to being like, yo, so maybe it's a good idea if we put just economic sanctions on Ethiopia as a whole. That should probably stop the genocide in Tigray, right? Like, economic sanctions on a country that is reliant heavily on foreign aid for a lot of their needs in more poor areas. I don't like. There's a 0% chance that makes things more stable. And Ethiopia is set up in a way that's a hotbed. If things get more unstable, you just get more wars between groups. Because our country is set up into 10 different ethnic states. If you just destabilize the entire region, instead of a weird 1-on-3, sometimes 2-on-2, or 1-on-1-on-2 situation, turns into a weird coalition of 2 versus 1 versus 2 versus 3 versus 1, it will be a full-out war between ethnic regions if you destabilize Ethiopia entirely. And what that means for the rest of the region is an expansion of wars in Egypt and Sudan. If Ethiopia gets destabilized by this shit, it destabilizes a lot of the rest of North Africa and the Middle East, if you want to count Egypt as the Middle East. It's dire times. Oh shit, I forgot about that. Oh my god. Thank you, Beyond the Tags. I forgot entirely. I forgot about this here. Oh wait, did I get blocked? No, here's the ACLU one. Okay. That other one was just Bad Bunny blocking me. It's okay. Let me go ahead and get a recording going. This was actually the main segment that I wanted to do. Fuck. Republicans have been passing or attempting to pass restrictive anti-abortion bills in all of their states in the last 4 months. And I'm going to go ahead and go over a bit of why I believe that is. And specifically, what's bringing me up and getting me to talk about this here today was some news that the 8th Circuit Court upheld the injunction that stops Missouri from making laws that would ban access to abortion. Essentially, Missouri was going to make it so you could not get abortion in the state at all anymore, which would be against, which would definitely go against Roe v. Wade. Or sorry, no, that one would be Roe v. Wade. I was thinking of KCV Planned Parenthood for a second. But the reason that these type of laws happen in the first place, while they are known to be unconstitutional or known to fly in the face of previous decisions made by that state Supreme Court or the Supreme Court of the United States as a whole, isn't because these lawmakers are dumb. They're a little dumb. We'll be real, they're a little dumb. But that's not the reason why that these things happen by themselves. That's why they're poorly written, and that's why they're so unenforceable a lot of the times. But the reason that they specifically put in laws that would fly in the face of what the Supreme Court has decided before, or things that are in the Constitution and their other state lawmakers have decided against, is what they want to do is bring it to the Supreme Court. You want to bring it to the Supreme Court of the United States. And the reason for that is the Supreme Court of the United States, when they do selection for cases, in case you didn't know, doesn't just go, we have Roe v. Well, let's go Roe v. Wade. They don't just go, we have Roe v. Wade, we're going to decide are abortions good. Like, they're not going to make the decision on the case of Roe v. Wade. They answer a specific question about that case that then will influence the case. A lot of the times that specific question will be so integral that it entirely squashes the case right there. But let's say you have a law that you put in that essentially states that, I don't know. Hold on, let me actually think here for a second. Let's say you have a law that states that, I think it was Texas that did the heartbeat bill, right? That states that within 6 weeks of conception, after 6 weeks of conception, you can no longer get an abortion. And also, like, there's a bunch of hurdles you have to go through to get the abortion. Let's say that was passed into law. That would go against Planned Parenthood v. Casey. So that law that would then go up to the Supreme Court wouldn't go up to say, can this be a law? Specifically, the question that they would pick to answer there would be, can you place a substantial obstacle in the path of a woman seeking the abortion of a non-viable fetus, which allows you to challenge the Planned Parenthood v. Casey decision. Which essentially, if you want a breakdown of the v. Casey decision, it says that you can't make any substantial obstacles in the way of getting abortions, and you cannot you couldn't put time limits on it. Like, you couldn't put 6-week term limits and shit like that. Now that is the real reason that Republicans want to pass all of these anti-abortion, or even bring up all of these anti-abortion laws into question. And, like, make no mistake, the 8th Circuit courts here shooting this down isn't a loss for the Republicans of Missouri at all. Like, it would have been a ridiculous win if any of this had gone through, yes. But what they wanted was for the circuit court to shoot them down, so that they can then take that to the Supreme Court of the United States and hope that the extra 3 conservative justices that have been thrown into the mix there will be able to essentially eke out a win for them, not on this bill that they actually care about, but overturning Casey versus Planned Parenthood and Roe v. Wade entirely. Like, honestly, I'm a little tired of seeing, especially lefties, but you see a lot of liberals do it too, talking about Republican legislators and talking about this legislation like they're just idiots. Like, they have no idea what they're doing. They're idiots, and they don't know that the laws they're passing break the law. They know exactly what's up. They chose the law to break. Like, it is, at the same time, incredibly uncharitable, because you have to assume that every Republican is this fucking stupid. Like, even the ones who write the laws, you have to assume are this stupid. But also giving them an incredible amount of leeway, because you don't believe that there's a longer game here. You believe that they're just idiots who hate trans people, and that's why they're passing the law in. It ignores the reality that a lot of these Republican lawmakers have been playing this chess game a long, long time. They've done this for other issues before. Anyone who's paid attention to Supreme Court cases over the years knows that this is a classic play, especially when you see a concerted effort across the nation from Republican lawmakers to be dropping these and trying to pass these wherever they can. That's not by accident. They aren't all just following the wave trying to be populists. This is deliberate. This is a deliberate ploy at overturning key Supreme Court decisions. And I really, really wish that liberals and lefties online, especially people who have platforms and are on news sites, wouldn't sit there and look at things like this and shout victory and pretend that it's just these individual stupid, or even the Republican Party itself is just stupid and can't get it done and is just trying to show off how much they hate trans people, or I almost said trans people, how much they hate abortions, how much they want to control women's bodies. That's 100% what I've been seeing people put out here on Twitter, what I've been seeing people put out there on on forums, what I've been seeing people shit, even when I went to a DSA meeting, and it wasn't talking about this specific case, because obviously this happened yesterday, but people in person talk like this and act like this. And it just, like I said, it ignores the history of how things are overturned in our country and how they have been overturned and overruled over years and years of slimy plays. Just because Republican positions aren't very intelligent, and just because a lot of the fan base or voter base isn't all that bright, does not mean that the lawmakers here do not know exactly what they're doing and know exactly why they're doing it. Mark my words, within the next 3 years, because it takes a few years for a case to be seen by the Supreme Court even after it gets accepted. Within the next 3 years, we are going to see a case that has not only the potential, but the extreme likelihood of overturning Roe v. Wade and Casey versus Planned Parenthood, effectively banning abortion in the United States in its entirety. That's the reason that we have the Supreme Court that we have now. People literally said, I don't care if Brett Kavanaugh raped that woman, as long as he's against abortion. There's people on video who said it. I just wish people on the left would wake up and actually look at that. Ludicrous. Yeah, okay. So they want abortion to be a state's issue. So they would then, to do that, pass laws they know would fall down, would not held up in court, then need to be taken to the Supreme Court. So they could overturn Roe versus Wade and Casey versus Planned Parenthood, which would be able to make that a state's issue. That's literally what I said. Or are you just too stupid to let that hit your head? Because if you think that, it's just because they want abortion to be a state's issue, then you also have to accept what I just said. Because if you don't overturn Planned Parenthood or Planned Parenthood v. Casey or Roe v. Wade, then it can't be a state's issue, dipshit. I'll go ahead and wait for a response. Okay, so you get the point then. Whether you agree with it or not, that's the play that was being made. Democrats do it too. There have been plenty of progressives who have overturned things in the Supreme Court, specifically by passing laws that they know would go against it. it's such a common political play that it's mind-blowing to me that people like can see it happening in front of them and then just go, no, 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 no. It's just that individual wanted to pass that. Like, it's such a fucking stupid take. Like I said, it ignores the reality and history of the way our government works. No, yeah, that's a whole discussion there. Like whether like I don't think that abortion should be left at the state level in the first place. Um, I mean, I think it should be federal. I probably made that clear in the video I had just made. But like, yeah, I don't think that should be down to a state right. Really, the only things that I think should be states' rights are things that actually change based on the state that you're in, right? So, like, the amount that it costs to have someone be able to live in your state changes state to state, city to city. That needs to get handled locally, right? Like, minimum wages, laws that pertain to, like, specific wildlifes and ecologies. That should be state level too. Like, if it's specific to your state, yeah. Why should abortions be a state right? That's the government putting, like, that's the government getting the ability to control your bodily autonomy. I don't think that really changes when depending on what state you're in, right? Like, the only thing that you could say that changes depending on what state you're in is like the demographics and how many religious people are there and against it. But overall, I don't think that really changes the question of like if the government should be allowed to have that power over your bodily autonomy. Also, I like that you started this out going like maybe they just wanted to be for each individual state. Then I had to lay out for you how that would help you, like how that would happen. And then you were like, when someone was like, well, yeah, well, it is according to the Supreme Court. And you're just like, well, yeah, for now. Like, holy shit, dude. Do you eat like lead for breakfast? Oh boy. I've gotten a lot of the dumbs in my chat today. I love you all though. I do. I really do. Keep being you. Like, don't ever let anyone stop you from being you. Especially if you being you gives me this much entertainment. Anyway, I gotta go ahead and start getting ready for work. I hope y'all had a wonderful stream and a wonderful evening. Or, I guess, afternoon. I will see you all on Saturday.